every episode with like a deep breath from now.
Maybach.
Yeah, right. Oh shit! Man, we might have to have one of our producer friends like make us a motherfucking intro. You know, no foreplay melody.
Yeah, I got some ideas about it. Mm-hmm. I got to get somebody dedicated to do it. The funny shit is this: all of our engineers are producers. Jeff is a producer.
Yeah.
Aiden is a producer. Yeah, so we got. See, Jeff. See, that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is say it.
Speak it into the universe.
If you say it in this environment, next thing you know, it'll be done.
Oh.
We probably gonna come to the studio next time, and Jeff gonna be like, "Hey, I'm try this." I already gonna have it queued
That's
up.
how easy it is. I would like a cheesecake, if anybody, since we had to say it in the universe.
Hey man, because look, I love fudge rounds and salt and vinegar chips.
Come on now. I am getting some fudge rounds on my way home.
Yeah, that sounds good as hell.
Some steak tacos. I
want some tacos. I want some fucking tacos.
I know I got them tacos from. I'm going there tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Oh man, I cooked up some topics for this episode. I did not run them past y'all. But
you didn't.
I think it's gonna make for a better show.
Okay,
that's fine. Because I mean, the odds are in your favor. What have you brought up? And I was like, fuck that. Yeah. We cannot talk about that.
Fuck that. Like,
and I think we good with this. This is like trains us for other shit. When we do an improv shit like this, right. We be ready for every fucking thing.
Or like court.
What?
Oh man!
You never know when the prosecution could pop up with something.
Throw something else. Well, we've decided to add $17 more to your child support payments.
Man. What is this malarkey?
That's shit. That would double. Never mind.
Wait 1 goddamn minute, Rondell. You wait 1 goddamn minute, Rondell.
Oh man. So. Man, I think we should get right to it.
Let's go.
A lot of shit's happening in the universe we need to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
So, I don't know if y'all seen it. Did y'all see Amazon talk about the new service they dropping for niggas?
I read about that shit, Jamila Lemieux.
Amazon Key.
Yes, Amazon
Key.
Which is
what happens is, so, now everybody's making their home smart. And if you don't got money like me, I got to do my shit a step at a time. It's one step. Some people could just say, "Hey, make my whole home smart." Other people, regular folk got to do that shit one step at a time. So essentially now, people got literally they can unlock their crib from their smartphone and all type of shit like that. So what Amazon is proposing with this Amazon Key is that when they go to make a delivery, essentially they communicate with you like, hey, so our delivery person's here. They send it to you. You allow it. You have a camera in your home. The camera starts rolling. You unlock the door. The person comes in your house and sits down your package and leaves.
I was waiting for Fresh reaction because he haven't heard about this yet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what they're proposing. They think people will be up to it because people don't want their packages stolen. That's what they're proposing.
Now, I shouldn't even be shaking my head this hard.
What?
I always give Amazon props because they always thinking of some new
next
shit.
Level.
But this shit here.
Shout out to Bezos.
But this shit here.
Too far.
This shit here. Listen.
Too far.
Amazon, listen. Here's what I'm going to say to you. I'm black. I'm black, G. You can't come in a black person's house, recorded or not. You could not go in a black person's house if they're not there. You can't come in a black person's house if we are there.
True. and low key, I don't even got shit valuable that you can take, but you just can't come in. You just can't come in this motherfucker, Joe.
This type of technology opens up so many realms. Like, now your baby mama could into your smart home and shit.
Man. And that's the thing I be worried about, Joe. Look, I feel like for all the shit we do to combat internet terrorism. We helping these niggas. Like, if you a hacker now, let me just hack into Bill Gates' house, right? You know what I mean? Like, let me open the doors to Bill Gates' house.
See, here's the shit. You know, we getting too smart for our britches, as my grandfather would say. You know, all this newfangled technology is great. I don't believe in a smart home. I believe in a lock and a motherfucking key. Mm-hmm. And I also
and a Rottweiler.
and a fucking Rottweiler. And I also believe in this. I think any homeowner, you should at least beat one person ass in front of your house so the rest of your neighbors know. Don't run up on my porch to steal any packages. Like, they have to know that repercussions are coming. Mm-hmm. Like, whether you got to beat your child in front of the neighborhood or somebody else. At one point, you need to at least get into a loud argument with somebody in front of your home in the middle of the day.
Or just have a nigga queue at your house.
Or just have a nigga queue at your house, if you will.
Just be like, I got this many on deck. Anything out here.
You need to do something to let the other people in your neighborhood know. If you steal from me, I will come for you.
Hey,
because all this like smart tech, like no, I'm not. I don't care. Like if I become a millionaire, hit the lotto, move away from all you others, and get in a nice gated community. No smart home for me. Give me my lock and key. If I lose my key, I will call a locksmith. We will not be doing no Amazon. I love you to death. I love how you've made life easier for all of us. No, you cannot come into my home.
You know, I love technology. I want my whole home to be smart than a motherfucker. But I want that for me.
Yeah.
And it's good, like, let's say you randomly, like, you're a young nigga out here, you want some freaky shit, you get a girl and you say, all right, here you go, baby. I'm let you in there, put on that good shit, oil yourself down, you let her in. However, before a random Amazon delivery man dropping off a package, and guess what, Amazon, if you drop off my package and when I get home that shit ain't there, you're going to send me another one.
There's going to be some smoke in the city.
You're going to send me another one because I didn't get what I paid for. That's simple. I do not need some random ass person going in my house. I all type of shit. They could come in my house. They see drawers. They see all type of shit. And I don't want them to come in my house and see some random shit and feel like,
judge.
all of it. Nah, I don't want, it ain't about them judging. I don't want them to get enticed. Like, I don't want to, listen.
What if they don't lock your door all the way? Like shit like that.
You know what somebody brought up to me? Now, before I get to that, I used to have in my life. I've had 2 cane Corsos. Amazon key don't work. Like if I got a 120-pound dog, they gonna go through whatever they need to go through to get the person that just came in. But somebody said to me, they was like, "Yo, like what if that person, like literally gets the foo-fops put on them? Like what if somebody looking out and they see that Amazon delivery truck roll up and they see that dude go in your house?" What if that person get ran up on? I was like, you right. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn.
I can make the inside of my house smart. I will have a lock and key.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can
until it's like noticeably ignorant that I should upgrade from a lock and key. Until then,
but it's not saying that it's no lock and key though. It's just you have the ability to do it.
Look. Dion, sometimes we don't need to have the ability to do certain shit.
I keep, like Ed said, the inside of my shit can be smart. Like my toaster can have Pandora on it. I'm cool with that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like I see these refrigerators that got like Pandora and Netflix on it. Like who's gonna sit at the fucking kitchen island and watch the freezer? Like you go look at your freezer, play fucking Arthur episodes. Like I'm cool with all that smart technology shit. Like make my stove impressive. Like tell me your eggs done fresh. Right. Like some shit like that.
Have my oven play Lord Make Me Over as we make a meal. God. But I will have a lock and key.
Have my Foreman Grill play Grateful.
Right.
Grateful.
I hate you niggas.
See, again, some of us don't need the ability to have certain shit.
True. Because I'll fuck it up. I mean, I would have all my shit playing different songs. It'd be like a fucking mixtape dropping. Mm-hmm. But I'm like Aunt Joe. Like, eventually I'm gonna start getting scared because I think all the shit they put in movies gonna happen in real life. Anyway, I'm just waiting who goes start fucking what was it, Roll-Dine or whatever the fuck it was on Terminator. I'm just waiting for the first person who go put that shit together. It's called coming soon.
Do what?
Like you know on Terminator, the black dude Papa Pope, he was like the first person who like made the Terminator arm, and he had the chip and all that shit.
Okay.
And Sarah Connor tried to kill him. So I feel like that's gonna happen in real life. I feel like probably not in our lifetime, but eventually, you know, the robot shit go happen. And I just want to know who gonna be the first person who say, yeah, we have the new smart Amazon robot 2X, you know, that cleans up your house while you're not there. Shit, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's gonna be the beginning of the end. Like, we going towards that way. Everything is computerized now. Like, I don't think it'll be no more pens and pencils. All that shit finna be over in a little while.
Yeah, it's over with.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, kids don't even learn the cursive right no more.
I feel like it should be over with. I feel like it should be over with. Like, I feel like at this point it's like, you know, just let that shit happen. Cause like low key, like randomly, we addicted to it. Like, granted, maybe like y'all not, but like everybody's addicted to it. Everybody want everything easy. It's just inevitable. I feel like I'm gonna be the guy like randomly sitting there like on the porch when the war the robots happening. And I'm just be sitting there. I'm just be sitting there looking up at the sky like, told you motherfuckers this shit was happening.
The water robots.
Hey, literally, like when people talk about like all these cars that can drive themselves, park themselves, like literally, like all that shit, like, you know, Elon Musk say like, yo, it's the beginning. Like when these fucking robots are so smart and just built with all these algorithms in it that they created their own language to talk to each other, the language that the people who made the robots don't understand. I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, motherfucker, that's how that shit works. You just make something so smart and so adaptive. And then like, I always feel like the thing about people who that smart in technology, they also real dumb to what's really happening. Like in the real world, you just be listening like, yo, dumb man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be like the old man sitting there like with a shotgun on the porch, like,
Yep.
dumbasses. They didn't know that these robots they built with rockets on their shoulders gonna start shooting at each other and then at them. All right, like
We've learned that the only way to truly protect humans is to protect them from themselves. So we're right.
So it's just a science fiction movie.
And everybody gonna have these smart homes. I'm gonna be sitting there like lock and key, motherfucker.
With your motherfucking straw house over there.
Right, and niggas can't even get in your house. A robot done blocked it.
And he looking out the pee hole.
Look at that. Look at that. He like
I will be the get off my line, old man. I know. It's my destiny. I've embraced it.
What was the movie, man? My dumb ass just almost said Gates. Fences. You gonna be Denzel in Fences?
No, please.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I hated Fences. Lord.
Denzel was a horrible human being.
I wanted to whip Denzel. If I'd have lived on the block, I'd have smacked this shit. Hey, that young boy, he should have beat the fuck out of Denzel a long time ago. Like, he was a real young bull. I was like, man, what this nigga ass? Like, hey, I was at this shit and they tried to give away Fences as a prize, and I was like, don't give me that shit. Ain't no prize. This should have. Fuck Fences. Listen, man. Another topic. Fucking Justin Timberlake. He performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the way they announced the shit, it's like it crept out first. Like Justin Timberlake is rumored to do the Super Bowl. And then they was like, you know, when they finally announced it was all this laughing and shit. And then the dude that was interviewing was like, so no wardrobe malfunctions this year? And he was like, no, there won't be any of that. I was like, this white motherfucker here.
Shots
Listen, for all y'all that be thinking Justin Timberlake ain't white, he white.
Man,
he white guy.
Like, so my good friend Terrell, he made a post. And I know words like every, all, those are like, you know, hard words because, you know, you should never say every, all. And the post was about, I'm gonna write something under this post and you put agree or disagree. And he had made a post that said, all white people are racist. I said agree. Not because I think like every white person is fucking Donald Trump. But I do believe in racism also being like not aware of, you know, your your social status. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like a lot of teachers at my school, you know, I sit down and talk to them, and they just say things like, "I would have never knew." Like it's a funny story. It's a real true story because she was like, I had a black friend. You know, that's their go-to thing. Like I can never be a racist. I have a black friend, but she said she never thought about her friend being black to sophomore year of college.
Okay.
What? She's like, I never thought about it, and it was so crazy because like she knows someone. She saw a black couple with a real light-skinned guy, and she was like, because we were talking about a lady, and she's like, she's okay. I mean, she's Afrocentric, but she has a white husband. I'm like, her husband is not white. She's like, that guy's lighter than me. I'm like, first of all, he's light skinned. Black people do come in different shades, and it's just funny to me, Joe. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain without being like Marcus Garvey right here. So
I mean, I wouldn't say all.
Yeah.
I would disagree with the all statement.
That's why I said all is tough, but 99.8. Like I say, I don't think it's like so much as like racist to the point like I dislike racists, but I think you should be aware of your social status compared to others. Like
I think there are white people who are aware of the social status compared to others and are, you know, not racist. It's just not a lot of them. Mm-hmm. But
I've always looked at that term racist like an action word.
Okay.
Right. So if people aren't necessarily like using it, I always feel like using it against you, then I wouldn't necessarily label them that. Mm-hmm. You know, I just wouldn't. But back to Justin Timberlake, man.
Yeah, he wanna.
You know, I mean, he's just interesting, man, because everybody went up. You know, people brought up Janet. Now, I get it, but listen, Janet is not the target audience for the Super Bowl right now, anyway.
Right.
She don't have no records to perform. I get people's like Janet. I'm like, listen, I get it, you know, but
more reason for y'all to boycott the damn NFL.
It's not. But I just think that was real funny, man, because you know it's gonna be a lot of shit, especially leading up to it, because low key they tried to damn to make us forget about that. Mm-hmm. Low key they tried to be like, y'all didn't see that. Nah, we saw it, nigga.
Oh,
like,
we saw the nip slip.
We saw it. I feel like that was planned in like a hotel room, planned out before that happened. I just wanted to be in on the meeting. I just wanted to be in on the meeting, Jack.
We don't really get no sleep. Shout out to that. That's like a West Side Stepper cut.
You know, it was funny, man, because Janet Jackson concert was just here.
Yeah, I wanted to go because I feel like that's another icon I need to scratch off my list that I can say I've seen.
I wanted to go. It was interesting afterwards because, you know, she went to the family house in Gary. She went to the family house in Gary. She also went to she went to like the bar, the club. She was in the club kicking it with Johnny Gill. I was like,
oh yeah, I saw that.
What? I was like, what? I was like, I don't even know what Janet. I wonder what Janet Jackson life is like right now, like on a day-to-day basis. Like that.
Yeah, I would like to know too.
You probably want to know for different reasons.
Yeah,
but
I'm still with the shit, Janet. Until you pass away, I'm always with the shit.
You still, so that's your statement to Janet. You still with the shit?
Yeah.
Okay. So she moving to the Claire Huxtable Hall of Fame of No Matter What. Mm-hmm. Still will. Mm-hmm. All right.
Claire Huxtable. Jesus.
Claire Huxtable Hall of Fame. Jesus. How old is Claire? I'm sorry.
Ageless
Alicia
wonder.
Rashad.
Ageless wonder. Hey, hold on. Oh, that's a good question. But is there anyone else in that Hall of Fame?
In what Hall of Fame?
I don't care if she's 70. I'm still with the shits.
Oh yeah, a lot. Really, I won't say a lot, but yeah, it's some. Angela Bassett's definitely.
Oh yeah,
she's card carrying.
Oh yeah. She's actually the beret wearing member.
Yeah. And for those who are confused about what are requirements for this Hall of Fame, we are talking about women where you see them and you start to ask yourself, at what age would I not hit? And if it gets to 75 and you're still like, maybe, then they're in the Hall of Fame. So yes, Felicia Rashad, Angela Bassett, Janet Jackson. We welcome her into this Hall of Fame. Who else, Dion? You good with these type of things?
We got to put Holly in there?
I was just thinking, cause I just randomly seen a video of Halle this morning.
I mean,
we not wifing her up.
Never.
You know what? I'm not putting Halle in there on my ballot, but I'm putting Nia Long in there.
Oh yeah,
I'm putting Nia Long in there.
Yeah. I was watching Love Jones the other day, getting so mad.
Goes.
Ooh, somebody gonna say she wasn't no hoe in Love Jones. I'm like, child, please.
I don't even get into those kinds of things, but
bruh.
That's not even.
Could you imagine a girl I thought I loved, Dion, come to one of our events with Aunt P? The deck would get sent up.
I couldn't. Listen, man. It's certain things that I choose not to participate in debates in. Love Jones is one of them, because see, here's the shit about Love Jones, right? This may be my final statement on Love Jones in life. I hope it is. Everybody love Jones until it's their fucking life. Mm-hmm. Everybody love Jones. Like, yeah, this is a great movie. It's so real. But guess what? When it's a guy in your life doing you like Nina did Darius, then we gotta put up with your rants and statuses every fucking day. And I just want to say, it's just Love Jones, baby. Like, just you celebrate. You love this sort of thing. Yeah, man. Fresh, don't laugh at me like that, man.
Because I know, I think I could see your face when people try to say different about that situation. Like, the caping for Nina was so real. And I'm like, are y'all serious? Did she not, like, leave and go back? And then they blamed him. Like, it was his fault that she went back to her ex. Yeah.
Look, man. Fresh, you always bring me to this place.
A place of anger.
And that's the thing. People do bring these things up, and they be like, yeah, you know, it's not her fault. They're, you know, a lot of relationship problems, blame is shifted. That's all. I'll be politically correct for once. I'm not accepting that blame no more. We not as a community. We cannot accept that blame.
We want more accountability from everybody.
From everybody. So we got that. You okay, Fresh?
Tim Hardaway Jr. just is scoring that wheel. I'm kind of upset. But go ahead.
Fresh. Is it against the Cavs?
Yes.
Y'all are floundering.
Floundering in the fucking wind like a piece of notebook paper.
Look at her face.
I mean, when you employ that many defensive liabilities,
man, it's a lot.
As much as I love Rose, he ain't making first team on defense ever.
Two.
Hey, not too much fucking 2-2 on my Cavs.
Hey, we 2-2. Well, all the people told me he was gonna be an all-star. I need the 2-2 fans. 2-2.
No. Fuck that. Well, them said, y'all don't think D-Wade go average more than 15 points? Get y'all ass out of here.
I told people, man, if you weren't a real Bulls fans who watched those Bulls games that weren't on national TV and saw the shit with D-Wade, I told people it was not going to be easy breezy when it came to him.
Is we going to talk about him like getting his oil changed?
What happened? What's
Whoa, the Twitter world blew up. You know, Gabrielle Union came out and said
no. She was on Sway's radio show. She didn't say she did it specifically, but she was just like, you know, as adults and being in adult relationships, you want to be, you know, sexually open with your partner and reciprocating. So if you know if your lady go down on you, you go down on her. If you go down and eat your lady's ass. She was just saying, like, you know, reciprocate that. But, like, what she was trying to say was, like, you know, if your man is into that type of thing, then you do what you need to do. It was funny as fuck. So I watched Deuce and Mero or whatever, and Amon Shumpert was one of their guests. And he hadn't seen the interview. So they was like, hey, y'all talked about this in the locker room? He was like, what? He had to look on his face. They played the interview for him. He was like, oh, yeah. Oh, no, we ain't talking.
Can't talk about D-Wade getting his oil changed. Hey, man. I'm not with it. I'm sorry. Like, okay, look, a lot of guys, you know, the number one thing they always say is gay or whatever. I don't know. I'm not with it, but I don't think it's gay. I don't think it makes you gay that you like for a woman to do anything to you, except for like put a deal there.
Yeah, and she talks a lot about.
I got this in the play.
I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know if this was coming up. I was just I was a little taken aback by that whole thing. I just wanted to see if this was
sexual empowerment as well. Like there was one instance in the book where you're speaking about being very real with this younger generation because they're so raw, they're so transparent, they have a whole Wikipedia of information in their brains. And at one point, I think it was a young girl that you may have mentored, and she was saying how she went down on a dude, and you were like, well, did he eat your pussy? And she looked at her friends like, no, and you were giving her a 101 on reciprocity.
Yes.
Right.
I said, well, that's a very unequal relationship. That sounds very one-sided. And while, you know, a lot of people, a lot of women do enjoy, you know, providing fellatio, for sure there needs to be some cunnilingus, same time. Or not, or directly after or before. And I said, you know, and then ask him to eat your ass.
You did say that in the book.
I did. And that's how we got to teach these kids. You got to really get them young.
Gabby eating ass show.
Gabby eating ass.
I mean, and I cannot say that's a bad thing. I've never had my ass eaten, first off. But I mean, it's funny, like that conversation happened. Because the thing is, you know, people listen. What I always say is this: the shit that people do in the bedroom. Listen, you will not believe some of the shit. You will not believe some of the
Literally.
shit. And it's not even to say that it's bad. You know, what happens in somebody's bedroom is what happens in their bedroom. You know,
yeah, I'm cool with
it. Is what it is.
You can stop at the tank.
I think that's a great ribbon to put around that, Dion. What happens in somebody's bedroom just happens in there, and we just move on.
And right, because the thing is, what's funny, Fresh was gonna say, like, I think you like stop at the tank, which I get. But the thing is, when you say that, one of the weird realizations that you come up with when you look at a lot of statistics, so you see some people and shit, and you think like, oh man, like shit is wild, shit is happening out here. You fuck around and say that shit, and the motherfucker right next to you be doing the shit that you said you think you shouldn't be done.
Yep.
And they'll never tell you they doing that shit because they don't want you to judge them.
That's true.
Just leave it open, because you never know what you may find out. You never know what your next adventure may be. and this has been the PSA for the No Foreman Show. Hey man, just be safe and be safe in all that
and all that you do,
and keep mouthwash next to the bed. You nasty motherfucker. Like, how was I'm a kisser? Like, so I don't know.
You know, you almost took me. I was about to say some shit. He said, "I'm a kisser." You know what? You know what? For that, we need to see when can we get
Tayomi back.
So we can talk about this openly.
Oh, see, look, I be having real life shit. So look, it was before a bartend party. It was me, Damo, DJ Mike Caliber. Shout out to Mike Caliber, and an old guy at the bar. And we was talking about sex. You know, one of this girl said she never had a pregnancy scare or whatever. And everybody was like, oh, you must be lame in the bedroom or whatever. And it got to ass eating. So we talking about ass eating, like eating a girl ass or whatever. And the old man was like, man, I fainted. And we like, what? You licked the girl ass and you fainted? He like, nah, nigga, she licked my shit. Hey, Joe, I ran out of the bar. Like, literally ran out of the bar laughing so hard. He like, man, y'all niggas don't know what y'all missing out on, Joe. That's the first time I did that shit, Joe, I fainted, Joe. I say, what? He said, man, my shit shot across the room and I passed out. I said, hey, man.
Wait. This woman said she never had a pregnancy scare?
This woman said she never had a pregnancy scare, Jack. I say you 35, 36 years old and you never had a pregnancy scare.
Boy, you ain't never had to pray that prayer?
I said, your eggs cool? Because ain't no way.
God.
Not fresh.
God.
Gotta have ass towards her eggs cool.
Let's
just move.
Right, now
Let's
they gonna
move on.
boycott us. Now the boycott starts right there.
I'm just saying, G, ain't no way you 35 and you ain't never had a pregnancy scare. Like, she literally is like, I've never had to worry. I, like, never had a late period. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Maybe she cold. I don't know. Maybe the pull-out method. Bless you.
Thank you.
I am.
Listen, man.
Any thoughts and comments on Mary J and her ex-husband? He's trying to re-up on the
He's trying to increase the support.
He's trying to increase the support, and I just read a report that Mary J is like now flipping on him, like, okay, since you want me to increase the support, you can also take share in this tax debt that I got that we got together. I was like, I ain't mad at Mary about that. I'm like, I see you.
I mean, shit. You know, the thing about that situation is so hard because I feel like I'm so the opposite, right?
About what are your thoughts on it?
So the opposite of like Kendu and wanting some of her money, but then again, I also look at the flip side, like, you know, Amber Rose said something that was interesting. She was talking about how she's tried dating someone famous. Someone that wasn't famous. And she said she couldn't do it anymore. Like, because they just don't understand her lifestyle. She said that was similar to how she felt when she was dating Kanye. Mm-hmm. And talking about how the strain it caused on the relationship. So I think of that like in terms of, you know, probably things that Kendu, had that he put on hold or didn't do because, of course, Mary J's life is busy, always working. Even though we don't see her, we know she's always working, always doing something. So I feel like I can see him saying, yo, like, yeah, this is what I want. This is what I need. I get that part. But I feel like if I was him, I would prefer to say, hey, you know, I don't want you to sit back and just dole out money to me like monthly. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get fuck it. Can we, come together on a sum? Give me a sum and I live my life. I do what I gotta do. So it's weird, like, when I seen him kind of go back and ask for more money, I'm like, what did he go from, like 35 to 65?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Man, listen, nigga, like,
divorce is weird because, like, it comes down to, like, one, like, in order for the shit to really work, like, one person really has to, like, bite their tongue a lot and rise above the petty and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's also based on, like, is it a mutual split or is one motherfucker, like, real angry and revenge driven on the shit? Like, it's a few variables that play out in it that, like, I agree with you, Dion. Like, I think, he shouldn't be on that, or like you said, like, can we come together on some mutual decision? But, like, man, motherfuckers and they egos when they come to that shit, y'all. Yep.
But I also feel like, fuck it, live your life, bro. Because I remember police took everything but the wedding dress. So this one for us. This one for us. Bye, baby.
Right, and that's why, like, when you said, like, he put his life on hold, right. Like, I can definitely see that because we hear that on the flip side all the time. Right. You were out there on the road, and I put my life on hold for you and these kids, and blah, blah, blah. Right. So I get that. Yeah. I totally get that, but the other shit, man, like, that's when, like, when shit like that happens, that's when, it's definitely not about the kids, it's about you.
Right, right.
It's about,
I think one thing it was, shout out to Nas, man, because Nas out here living his best life.
Yes.
With Nicki Minaj at his side. I know that made so many women mad, bro. And when Nas' birthday, you know, Nas a Virgo like us, trill
in all ways.
You probably don't even know no Virgo male that's not trill. Like,
Man,
listen, Nas, do y'all remember his birthday? He went and got they Will Castro from the Unique Whips in New York got Nas the 190E Benz.
Yes.
Redid that classic Benz, and Nas was just in the neighborhood posted with Nicki Minaj in his 80s gear. Listen, the internet was pissed. Women, because he was like, I scooped up my queen from Queens. Women was like, this is real? Yes, it's real. Yes, it's real.
Accept this.
That's his woman. Gee, women were literally mad as fuck.
I would have been mad. I'm cool now because wins and losses was decent. But I'm proud of my boy Nasir. I was going to be mad at first, but Meek dropped a nice album, so I'm cool.
You was going to be mad.
I was going to be a hater. I was going to be just hating shit. That's it. Okay. No, I mean, I'm a man. I can say what I'm hating. Yeah, I would have been hating. That's it. But now I'm cool. You know, I get my fist pound.
I mean, you know, the funny thing is, it's like Nicki damn near went the one direction where it could be absolutely no hate.
Yeah.
Right? Because Nas has said in the past that he likes Meek as a rapper. Like, so it's like, even that, it's like, you know, ain't nothing you could do, young blood. Like, y'all fell off. I came through as the old fly nigga and scooped your chick. And then it's like funny because Nas, in terms of rap, Nas has been the guy that solidified like his sex symbol shit the whole way.
Yep.
Like, people look at Jay like, Jay got the money, but women ain't like, yeah. Like, but I see Nas every Monday as somebody man crush.
Yeah, I think for a bunch of women, if they could call up here, they would say like if Nas was 75, they would still like give it all up.
Yeah, I think Nas could definitely have a hell of a reign.
I could imagine like Nicki sitting in some dark lounge and Nas would pull up with "I Can Love You Better" playing in the background. Like, come on, let me.
You know what? The funny thing, I think like Nas, just based off what he been through, like relationships and, you know, his baby mama, you know, banging Jay-Z, all this stuff. I think Nas got so much game, like player type game.
Yeah.
He's one of the most relatable stars. Like you feel like you relate to him. Like I feel like Nas can come in here. You know, we don't have that budget. You know, Nas. You know, whenever you want to come, sit down for please drop some wisdom. But I felt like he could come in and we would sit there. It'd be like old players talking. You know, it's just man. Like I agree with that.
I feel like Nicki, and this is not a knock to me, right? This is not a knock to me, but I feel like the difference in like the relationships between Meek and Nas, I feel like that's like going for like Nicki dating a young Savage to like kind of like the scene Drake said in the house, like she want to be what he said, she want to, you know, walk around in the house naked, but that's not the way I'm living my life. I feel like Meek, when Nicki was like at Meek house, it was probably like dream chasers all around.
A bunch of bearded Philly niggas shooting dice.
Living room full of Akis, like all types of shit.
First time Nicki spent the night at Nine's Curve, she's like, it's quiet.
It's quiet.
It's like a library.
The only person here is the maid.
Like, right, exactly. We sipping cognac. We sipping aged cognac, right? Aged Hennessy.
Nas got like a wine cellar and shit.
All you can hear that motherfucker toot toot.
Right. Meek tried to hide the stripper pole.
Cause you imagine how Meek meal basement look compared to Nas basement. You know what I mean?
Nas got many leather bound books.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Meek meal shit got a Pac-Man standalone game.
Meek Mill got a 2,000 square foot unfinished basement.
You know what I'm saying? A bogus wash and dry. That ain't even a matching set. It ain't even no matching set.
He got autographed jerseys he ain't hung up yet.
Yeah, all kind of shit on wire hangers.
Right. Hey.
Almost threw my
he like that's the dice game corner right there.
You know what I'm saying? Hell no, Joe. I know that shit crazy. And I could like Meek, you my man, Joe. I could imagine Nicki. What if Nicki was by your side, G?
Tears right now.
You back here flipping in the back of basketball arenas and shit, G.
That's why he moved in with her. She was like, I'm not coming to this motherfucker no more.
For real. Hell no.
Meek asked her to come to the row house and shit. Come to the row house and shit. Like, nigga,
we at the building.
Because real talk, think of yourself growing up, ain't nothing made you more proud than the first time you brought like your first like legit
work.
like real cute chick back to the hood, back to the block.
It meant something.
Like that's a rite of passage. Like I think, how old were you when you brought Dion? Let's start with you. How old were you when you brought your first legitimate legitimate cold chick back to the block? And the block could be anything, like your actual block, family get together, things of that nature.
You know what? I'll say this. Damn.
I know,
rough.
man.
That's rough. You know what I'll say?
That's the hard question.
You asked a hard question, but I'm gonna go back to one. It was actually like one I remember. It was like I don't even know if we was calling these the nigga cue then. But it was one where I brought a girl back and she brought her friend.
Yes.
And her body was crazy. Woo. Like literally, her body was phenomenal. It was
yes, Lord.
She had like it's something that I use. I know women. If y'all gonna vilify me, just do it. But it's what I call a playground body. Where like literally she got everything you want. If you like legs, she got legs. If you like booty, she got booty. If you like breasts, she got breasts. If you like lips, face, she had it all. Like at that time, her package was like, phew. And then she brought a friend with her,
boy,
who was like, and they showed up, and niggas was like, man, who's she here for? And it's like you hit him. I hit him with the Nas smile, like that's me, baby.
Everybody relax.
Hey, niggas start shaking Dion's hand like the old deacon handshake. Niggas walking up like.
Like, man,
you heard like real pound being exchanged. It was a good good feeling.
Yeah, that was what a time to be alive.
What about you, Fresh?
Damn, that messed up.
One evening on there, man.
That's definitely where I was going. You know, I hopped off the porch at an early age. You know what I'm saying? So it was 6th grade. It was the summer between 6th and 7th grade. I remember this. And look, right, you know how everybody. So I went to a school. My school was on Central and West End. And, you know, I lived on Laramie and Quincy. But, you know how guys, you say that, man, I got a girl, man, she just don't live around here. And niggas don't never believe you and shit. Never believe you and shit. So,
niggas be lying.
Yeah, because niggas be lying. So, she got on the bus, she came over there, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was like, damn, like I had a light-skinned girl, she broke my heart. That's why I've been fucked up ever since. Yeah, you know, she fucked me up.
That's why you was listening to Carl Thomas Emotional.
On the real, Joe, in black and white. So she fucked me up, but she was like that first because you was a shorty, you know, niggas didn't really have no girls really coming to check for them yet, you know. But yeah, Joe, it was her. It was between the summer between 6th and 7th grade, bro. Because I had ended up going to Michelle Clark after that, and she went to Douglas or some shit. But anyway, she came on the block, and they were like, "Damn, Lil, you got a little light skinned girl." You know, all the older niggas who was like sophomores and juniors in high school, they talking Cash Money shit. Like, yeah, I'm decent, Joe. And see, I'm a player. You know, I'm like I always been. Yeah, you know, I always been like above my years. So you know what I'm saying. It was a couple guys on the block. They felt some kind of way. Like if you brought a girl over there, these niggas, I don't know, G. I guess like messing with younger girls been cool. So anyway,
it's been cooler. Unfortunately, as fuck, it's been cool a long time.
And I'm saying that's horrible because now that I'm looking back on it, like these are bad people. But anyway, I want that guy though. You know, like some of the other guys, you know, they brought girls over there. Niggas tested them. You know, they go try to J down on your girl and none of that. You know, I ain't really had them problem. But so yeah, that was my first one.
You know that I had one when I was super young, but it was crazy. Like my stepfather, he didn't want me to have like girls, which was rough because it's like nigga, like I love was like I hate to be this vain, but if you follow me on Instagram, go back to my Instagram, right, and it's a picture of me and my mother, and I got on the Penny Hardaway jersey. If you go back and look at that picture and look at other boys my age, I was probably the flyest nigga. I didn't know it then. I didn't know it. So if I knew that then, if I knew then what I knew now, it'd have been a monster. But like, it was a girl who really liked me, and it was funny. She was a Mexican girl at the time. She was a cute girl, and I remember she gave me a birthday card. Like, you know them long joints. It was like love note like, and she gave it to me. And I think my stepfather took the joint. And then one day she made an excuse to like get a book and like come to my house. Man, her and this other girl came to my house and he was like, what did they come in for? And I'm just like, the dumb face, like, you know, and if I had to go back, like with me now, I would have been like the little like angel on the shoulder, like, nigga, she want to give him something. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he was not for it, Jack. But yeah, at that time, at that time, you know, those were superficial gifts. But like you said, if you randomly had a light skinned girl, or let alone like a Mexican girl with the long black hair like her, you could have just won the league,
right? Yeah. And I always was ugly, so you know, for me to come through with a light skin, damn nigga, we thought you just cracked jokes. Yeah, I can talk to these women too, Jack.
Hey man,
yeah, I learned that in like 3rd grade that I have something that they like. You know what I'm saying? So I was cold.
And what was your shit?
So you know, for me, I definitely was later than 6th fucking grade. So I think my experience, it was like a double whammy. It was like within like a month period, and it happened in 2 places where I was more influential, and people kind of looked to see like what direction I was going with the women I chose, and it was at church and at college. So I had, you know, a lot of people know we used to go on church trips. I was on the church drill team, not too much. Don't try to roast. I roast back.
If y'all didn't hear what he said he was on the church drill team.
Loud and proud.
Yellow shirts and white gloves. Go ahead.
Hold on, not too much. So, I had this, got this chick. She was like, you know, super thick from Ohio. I ain't gonna say her name. She's still on Facebook. We still, you know, follow each other. But she, you know, like, the older like deacons at the church, like they used to always like pick on me, like, you ain't pulling the girls, you be scared to talk to girls. So I remember we had like this little fashion show. I was like, man, I'm where I got something up my sleeve. Shorty actually like hopped on a Greyhound and came up to Chicago from Ohio just to kick it with me for the weekend. So, you know, when she walked through the doors of Antioch Baptist Church, everybody was like, oh, who is that? Because they didn't know who she was. And I think this was like, I was like 19 at the time. Man, she walked through thicker than cold grits. I'm talking about like to the point where like, you know, old deacon niggas are pulling me to the side like, that's you? That's you? Like by the elbow, and you like, I'm sitting there cheating like, yeah, that's me. That's all me right there.
Now you know what's called, flip the script, like, something that was completely different. It wasn't that she was so super cold. She was just super different. My senior year girlfriend, before I left off to college, I can't say her name either because she's like happily married, I think, right now. But anyway, she was, when I brought her around, she was super different. Like, she was proper. Like, you know, I'm dirty. Like, filth. This one we lived on like filth. This one we lived on like Cicero and Maypole, Jack. So, and then I remember she came over. Like, my auntie answered the door because I was staying with my auntie at the time because she gave me a room with a back door. Long story. So she knocked at the door. Whatever. My auntie answered the door. She like, "Hi, I'm here for Doug." And my auntie like, "Nuggy, who the fuck is this?" Like, she was super proper, bro. She's from out south, good girl from out south, man. And that was another time that, you know, you brought a girl around and like had everybody stuck because she was like super duper proper, and they was like, "How you even get with this girl? What you fuck you mean at the library or some shit?" But yeah, that was probably another time too.
Yeah, so like I know the same girl when I went back to Carbondale. So the same girl came to visit me down there. I think it's probably like the 2nd week I had got back down there, and of course, you know, the East St. Louis guy, they like, man, like, yo, like you ain't really get on no fine chicks. I'm like, I hear you. I got some up my sleeve again. So she caught the Greyhound, came to Carbondale. Boy, I'm talking about, it got to the point, it got kind of weird at one point because like we was chilling in the room and I'm looking like, why is it like 3-4 other niggas in the room? Like, what are y'all on? Like,
just staring.
Yeah, just stare. Like, I'm like, Bernie definitely was like, I'm like, Bernie, like, close your mouth, G. But, yeah, it was weird. But, you know, I had to solidify my place as like, yo, like, I can get a chick at this level. Because not only you want to do that for the guys, you want to do that for women as well. Because as a reference, when you have an ugly friend, don't think of me to put her on. Because I'm not on that no more.
No more.
No more.
The fuck?
I've changed my life.
No more taking it for the team.
No more taking one for the team.
Oh,
I think that's when I elevated from that status. Because as Fresh said, like himself, I too was ugly for a long time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm cute as fuck now, so I gotta live with that shit. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say.
What's disturbing about these stories is that it's always like some random old man giving you the stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Like
Your life ain't right till you get that old man stamp of approval, boy.
Old men are so like fun. The decent old men, the decent old men. We not addressing the creeps, but the decent old men give you the real legit. Yeah, like they tell you like this is a choice I would have made when I was your age, and you be like, all right, cool, and that mean the world from a dude that you actually like admire. You be like, okay, I know I'm on the right track. I don't even know, how did we even get on this?
I don't.
No, it was something else before, and it brought us to this. I'm not even sure what it is. I mean,
No, we're talking about Nas and Nicki, Meek and Nicki.
Yeah, I think probably Nas and AZ probably got the most player conversations.
Yeah, even they album, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Got to go get my bellies, shine, man. We going to the the Sherry Dennis concert or some
Sherry fucking
listen. When Nas is the dude, he say anything and I damn near believe him. He said silk shirt, let my chest show, what a flirt. Halle Berry blew a kiss at the Barbra Streisand concert. I was like, I got the bitch. I picture Barbra Streisand having a concert at the Copacabana.
And Halle Berry blowing kisses. Y'all need to give it up.
Hey man, listen.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
I think we got a dude who listen to us, who knows Nas personally.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Here's what I say. Like, I'll go to wherever Nas is at.
Yeah, if you want us to come to New York, Joe, we taking that flight, Jack, and we bringing Ant.
Yeah.
Gotta tell you, fuck this, G. Me and Dion going on a cross country tour, having to find spot holders. I'm just tired of motherfuckers coming up to me saying, "Hey, Ant, wait, you're not Ant. Where's Ant? I don't know where's Ant. I haven't seen Ant."
Listen,
I'll probably be across the room. What the fuck? Fresh, I missed one event and Fresh act like I just been in the fucking house.
Me and Fresh went to take a picture and somebody did say, I'll be the spot holder tonight after somebody else was the spot holder before. And I was like, motherfucker, like, somebody did say
we gotta move as a unit.
I just be twisting
I'm a
in the wind.
movement by myself.
Right. And want to be game in the G unit so bad. You want to be game so bad.
We gonna pop up one day and it's gonna be a podcast just gonna appear out of nowhere.
The documentary.
Hey man, I be floating around in events, as the governor of the city. I just be walking around, just be shaking hands, kissing babies. Fresh be so tired.
Because he look, you can't be game. Just be Yayo, okay? Just be Tony. Man. Just be Tony Yayo. You know what I'm saying? I get Dion 50. I'm Banks.
And I give me that. Give me Buck. Give me Buck at least. God damn. Spider fucking low.
Spider low. I don't even know how he look. Kid. I don't even know how Spider look. At least we ain't call you Olivia, nigga, so you should be good.
Hey, Fresh, you would call me out through this chair.
Hell, dog. G-Unit. G-Unit used to come with the mixtapes, though. They used to go hard, though.
You know what, though? I'll say this. We always say something about music, but right now, today in rap, I think the ASAP crew is like the best crew going. because they done put out 2 like solid. Them Cozy tapes is legit cold as fuck. Boy.
Yeah.
And Rocky, I think Rocky's supposed to drop around Christmas.
I cannot wait.
And low key that ASAP Twelvyy is some real cold New York rap shit. Like the ASAP Twelvyy is hard. Like he got a song called Sunset Park, and they like come on with the Sunset Park. It's time to get live. That shit cold.
You know I fuck with Ferg.
Ferg. I mean, Ferg is. I was so happy. I was so happy when Ferg just came out, like, because it's like when listen to them, that crew, and they put on. I'll give them this. They put on one of the dopest shows I've ever seen as a crew. Like when they was on the come up, and I was like, yo, like what the fuck? And they performed as an entire crew, like everybody, Rocky involved, and Rocky did not take no shine from the rest of them guys. They performed as a unit. And they had like a real like militia type thing, and they was like band of brothers, and this shit was so cold, and you could tell that they was like, you could kind of see like the imprint and kind of everything the Yams put in behind them. But yeah, I think ASAP, like because now Playboy Cardi's part of ASAP as well. You know, you may not like Cardi, but Cardi got some shit. Cardi got some shit that'll make you say, you know, nigga, I don't know about you, but this shit jamming.
This shit rocking.
Like, this shit jamming.
Like it's John Blaze.
Right.
But you give them credit, but you need that kind of stuff if you got a unit, you need that live wire like a Playboy Cardi to mix some shit up like that. So
like you need a nigga to come out of nowhere with Magnolia, like, you know.
And then y'all got me a little rock. Damn, that shit go. Damn, I don't give a fuck. It, like I be telling people a lot of times. I know, you know, all my conservative rap heads, they don't like all this new rap, and the pants are too tight, the hair is too many different colors. Man, music is still music at the end of the day, and if it gets the people going, Joe, you gotta honor and respect it.
It gets the people going.
Gets the people going, because that Magnolia, I don't give a fuck where I'm at. As soon as I hear in New York, I'm in there. Man, please.
Yeah. Here's what I tell people. ASAP Twelvyy has a song called "Last Year Being Broke," and that video is super cold. But the song is called "Last Year Being Broke." ASAP Mob redid the shit, and it's called they like redid it, and then it's called "First Year Being Rich." Boy, listen. If you listen to them two back to back, and you ain't motivated, if you are not motivated after hearing "Last Year Being Broke," "First Year Being Rich," motivation just ain't in your blood, bro.
Man, first year being rich. It's coming, baby. It's coming.
Oh man,
Claim it.
You gotta speak those things as if they were.
Yeah, I think I put that on Facebook like at the end of last year, like that this was my last year being broke, and people came on there like you know, like I was on hard times or something. So yeah, listen, status, niggas, just status. Like relax.
Nobody move.
Relax. But yeah, man. So we did talk about that. We got. I feel like we got another like relationship question to hit us. People, or maybe people not talking about relationships. Cuffing season. Cuffing season is less popular. People are passing on cuffing season.
Yeah, people just want to be hoes. I know a lot of girls who just want to be hoes. Toot. If y'all know me, I do the. I like to put hoe is life on a lot of my posts and whatever. And I don't be meaning like how y'all mean it. I just be meaning to like be who you are and shit like that. But damn, I see a lot of girls be saying my fresh voice, hoe is life.
I think what's happening, and we've talked about this amongst ourselves, is that you know, a lot of times like people be so like ready for the summer, like the women be ready to kick it. They ready to be in groups. I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
And then when the fall hits, when the weather gets cool, the people who are in relationships, they go back to, you know, hibernating. And so then the chicks who aren't in relationships, they not necessarily trying to cuff, but of course, they trying to at least have a consistent warm body. And it's not even cuffing at this point. They just like, they whole his life is like on the low. Mm-hmm. Like instead of going out and kicking it now, it's like, you know, I had this crock pot brewing, you doing anything, come through.
It's like the cuff of convenience.
Yeah, it's it's a whole new ball game. Like, low key, if you're trying to be into that type of thing, you can win a lot more in the fall than you can in the summer.
Hey, if I was, these are my backsliding days. Well, I can still give y'all advice. The fall is where it's at. The fall is when women realize, damn, my life really ain't shit. I got to go start up my own car. I got to take out the garbage in the cold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get you a couple extra points. You'll go out there and go put some air in the tires for the winter and some shit like that. Throw the antifreeze in there. I don't know how to do none of that shit, so I'm just putting y'all onto some game. I don't know how to do none of that shit. I'm just trying to put y'all onto some game.
So it's okay. All right. I mean, it's that's just a very it's almost like he's saying, like, I get it when people talk about that. I think the thing is too, once anybody has participated in cuffing season, this is gender specific. Once you've been in cuffing season and your cuffing season just ends like abruptly, or just like that random like cuffing season just dissolves,
right?
And all y'all doing is randomly meetups or high and by at the house picnic or the nigga queue. Then randomly you like, I just spent a whole winter with this nigga. And he gave me a church hug. You know what I'm saying? Or you spent a whole winter with a girl, and next thing you know, she start wearing less and going out more. Yep. And then you like
going out,
right? More. And you just get phased out.
Bruh, when she wave at you across the room and just keep going about her business, you be like, damn, bitch. Yeah, you get a frog in your throat like, I thought I missed something.
Just go home, that's to nothing to something. Just go home, that's to nothing to something.
Right, you be sitting there like, wait a minute. And then you start, that's when you, like, I'm not gonna lie, as a guy, you get a little lump in your throat.
You get that little frog in your throat, like, damn.
Cause you be wanting to say so bad, like, I know what you taste like. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go, Dion.
I done kissed you with morning breath, and this how you do it?
Girl.
Like,
dog. Dog.
I know what color towels you use in your bathroom.
Right, the fuck? The fuck?
You sit there, I mean, outwardly you be playing it cool, but inside you be like kind of fucked up, like, damn, like this what it is, shorty.
Hey, shout out to one of the brothers, man. I don't know why people tell me stuff, and I'm just gonna put it on our podcast because it helps with ratings. So one of the guys, they said they won't go feel a certain way if they saw this female, because the female did them greasy. He like, man, I'm strong, I'm cool, Joe. Then he saw it, and the man was like, oh God. Nobody whispered in my ear, oh God. Hey Joe, hey man, when I say I gave him a hug and started laughing so hard, bro, I like, hey Joe, you my man forever, G. This man said, oh God. That should be really real, bro. It's okay, let them feelings out, bro.
Hey man,
let them feelings out, G. They be hurting us too, y'all. We be hurt.
That 5-second hurt be real, Jack.
You don't get a nigga back like that.
Hey, that's why, like, it's some events you always you should have a conversation, like, with whoever you deal. Like, if you dealt with somebody past, like, all right, you gonna have to swallow your pride and make that call before, because you don't want to get caught in the middle of the shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get because listen, I'm telling you this. I done seen some true players. I mean, literally legit players caught off guard at a hardcore, like, big event. You see somebody you used to deal with, and I mean, a guy you used to deal with, and you see them like with, like, not even like a new boo, but if you see them trying to, like, literally put their best holler at somebody. And then, depending on the event, if the liquor's flowing right, and, they outside waiting to valet, and, he got her hand in her back pocket, and you already know. You get hit with the Ron Burgundy like a glass case of emotion.
Right.
You just sit there, man. You try to drive past them and valet, turn your music up, playing some old ignorant shit.
Yeah, the inside. Got that two booty playing with your ass. Really got called Thomas.
Right.
But you by yourself,
on the outside, emotional on the inside.
I can't stunt, y'all. I'm a man. It's been plenty of times I done seen some shit that made me go home and stare at the ceiling fan, Jack.
Yeah, like a lot of people, like they'll like, you know, they say like we all conceited, but all have caught the L and come short of the glory.
Yes,
we've all been humbled at some point.
I will tell you this, Jack. When you like at that age where it put it like this, it was the age when we were young and a lot of the young ladies in our social circle were dating above where we were in life, right? So we was pups. We was out here, and the old heads liked them because they was young and in they prime. They was looking like straight money, cash. And literally, we would be at the club with them, kicking and having a good time, and we like, yeah, bro, is this the night?
Right.
Is this the night I get to take her home, Jack? You doing the Birdman hair rub? You done rub your two niggas together, got a couple drinks, and then you like look up outside the club, the old head with the Range Rover that randomly like that lowers itself when the door open and shit, and you see her get that Range Rover. It's like,
You mumble your real quietly.
And then you end up at White Palace with the homies and like a couple of busted biscuits looking girl. Man, listen,
Dion, you literally described. Damn,
man, the omelet ain't tasting how you want it to taste.
those nights. Those
are some humbling nights.
Hey, I tried to tell my cousin them that, like, Joe, it's gonna be dry nights, but I'm like, Joe, but believe me, for all the dry nights, it's gonna be nights where you ain't gonna have enough ding ding for all the girls who be at you. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know. That's just the law of averages.
Steph, because as many times that we live life and we thought, not thought, but we were the life of the party. There have been some times where, you thought you had something lined up afterwards, only to find out, like, they send you, they ignoring your phone call.
I was gonna say,
sending you straight to voicemail because sometimes you are not the best option.
Yep. Sometimes, and you know what I gotta say is the dope shit about now versus then. Right now, right back then we could kind of go in that way and not see it, but now you get to look up and be on, like, if your girl a Snapchatter and you see on Snapchat, you just see at this dope ass condo that ain't. You be like, what's that? She got a view of Navy Pier out there.
Wrap it up. Time to go. Wrap it up. It's time to go. Wrap it up.
Nigga, your heart gets broke with each snap. Your heart get broke with each snap. You be sitting back like, oh really?
Hey, listen, real talk.
She playing a playlist you made,
right?
Real talk.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something I saw last night on Snap, and it was so funny, man. It was a girl. She was ranting. All right, so she was ranting about all these girls, like the same dudes who flash money in the club. So I'm looking, and I know where she live. So I look up, and she just wild thousands, boy. So she out there wilding out. She at the club. It's Halloween. She had the Lover's Lane costume. She twerking. All I see is this big, crusty, big brown looking hand on her booty, like appear out of nowhere in the snap. and it got on, big stupid watch. So I'm looking, and then I look up, and then I'm like, yo, if I was like, I think she like 22. If I was 22, if I was a guy trying to date her, because I'm pretty sure it's guys like pouring their heart out, like, probably during the day, they probably get some play, like while she at school or whatever, when she at the university. But last night was so funny because she was on Snap, and she was like, all you see is her in the bed, right? So she in the bed, the sheets look crispy white, right?
Hotel white.
Like hotel white. And then the location on that was like near North Side. And I was like, she stay deep in the burbs. And I was like, it's some dude out there right now, like Listen, young fella, keep it going.
Right.
Hey, you know, no, there's something that's tough. I couldn't imagine like being in college, like your college girl, like being in a major city. Like, no. I'm glad we dipped off in the country, and I ain't have to worry about the outsiders' influences, baby.
Listen, that's the one thing. As much as I say I would have loved to go to Clark, the day you see your girl at the Migos party,
I'll say we're all set. I was just thinking the same thing.
Listen, man, you know what? No foreplay.
Yeah.
No foreplay.
You get the fuck up out of here.
Before I get mad.
We're gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Before I get mad.
I made a career out of reminiscing. No foreplay. We out.
No foreplay.